Hello everybody, welcome back to another video. We are back for something a little bit different, but something I'm going to start doing, as if you have not checked out the community post or what I've been kind of teasing at lately, well, it is time. I think that it's time to start this up, and I'm going to start recording some league racing content and basically doing a live commentary over the race. You can watch these races live on Twitch. My twitch.tv is literally the same thing as my username on YouTube. So you can watch me race there. I have done a couple streams on YouTube, but at the moment I haven't done too many, but that's where I mainly stream off Twitch. So I'm going to give you guys some quick context of basically what this race is about. So this league is called LDR, Late Dive Racing, and I am in this league. I got invited by someone that I was in another league with. He asked me if I wanted to come race over here, and I said, okay, I'll do it. And I am still in my trial run. So this is the recording of the Division 1 race of the Singapore Grand Prix. And I actually made a mistake. I actually forgot to start recording qualifying. So I'm in the middle of qualifying at the moment when you're seeing this. But I forgot to press record. And basically, you guys basically missed my first lap. So yeah, it's unfortunate, but I'll give you guys context of what's going on. So, it is a short quali. If we do have 20 drivers, it becomes a full quali, but at the moment it is a short quali, and in the D2 race, spoiler alert, we got a podium in the D2 race, but unfortunately we bottled the win, which is kind of unfortunate, but you never know. So qualifying in the D1 race, the Division 1, basically, Tier 1. So, at the moment, we are sitting, I believe, 3/10 off pole from Kev and Emerson you will see quite a lot, because those two are good friends of mine. So they're also in this league as well, which is kind of funny. Sam as well, you will not see him, but someone drives for Ferrari, and that is my buddy Sam. There's a couple other people that are in here that I do know quite well, so it's brand new for me and you. But so far, our first lap, it was a 128.1, so it wasn't quite in the 127s, but I could definitely find some more time. We absolutely went purple in the third sector, a blistering last sector through there, which is quite quicker than everybody else at this point. I mean, we found about a good 5-7 tenths at least out of that, but the first sector, we're bleeding a lot of time. We're about almost a second off, so we go out again for our final run. Like I said, I am just a reserve. I'm not a full-time driver just yet, unless the seat opens, and plus I'm still in my trial run. They don't know what they're going to put me in. It could be D2 or D1, but most likely if I'm in D2, I will possibly be reserving a lot in some D1 races. But here we go for the last run, and we're going to give a full lap around the Singapore Grand Prix. We are set P5. Kev sits a 127.6, so that looks like it could be a little bit beatable, but we will try our best. There's a lot of quick guys in this league as well, so this league is going to be very, very, very tight. So through here, turn 1, turn 2, turn 3, we've had about 2 tenths, almost 3 tenths. That's basically what we needed, honestly, because that's where we were bleeding all the time. Through here, get the DRS and get some nice slipstream as well from, I believe that is Kev. So Kev helped me out in the sister Red Bull. I think that was him, I'm not 100% sure. Into the braking zone, hard on the brakes, about 4 tenths, almost 5 tenths up on this lap. So we found a good amount of time. Someone also up in the front has locked up a little bit. I think that was the Ferrari. I don't know if that is Sam or someone else. That could be someone, but use as much as you can over the outside curb, and head down right into this part. This part's very tricky as well. We actually crashed over here in the D2 race, so not easy to make it right. Foot flats to the floor through this part. Difficult braking, so we lock up a little bit, and we're going to lose at least a good couple of tenths there. Almost about 7 to 8 tenths on that lap. Now we've lost about 2 tenths now from that mistake as we come down, breaking the 100-meter board. Purple sector 2, so that was a really positive. That is a bit of a glitchy sometimes, but that was a purple meta sector as we head down into this straight right here, burning all the overtake. Like I said, I save a lot of the overtake mainly for the last part of the racetrack, and now we approach now to the final corner of this track. It's going to be flat out through here. We fall about 5 tenths, almost 6 tenths. Don't do a launch show. We come across checkered flag now. Where is this going to put us? I believe that's going to put us P3 so far, the 127.690. So 7 tenths off pole, which is quite a big gap, but almost 16th 1,000 of a second off Kev. So we are really close to Kev, and King Pro has almost matched the time of the Kick Sauber. So Sauber absolutely having a blistering lap time. I don't know who that was, but we're going to line up P4 on the grid. In D1, which is not bad. I will take that. Thank you very much. So a really good lap time, and you can see where basically we can match Kev's pace, which is pretty strong. And like I said, you'll be seeing a lot of Kev in these videos because he is, of course, he's someone I league race with a lot, but also we like to work together a lot. So and it's kind of good that we're kind of working with the sister Red Bulls as Emerson as well. Someone you'll see quite well. And our teammate Chuck Bob Monkey goes P11 in the Red Bulls. So I think that is the full-time driver. We are reserving for the Red Bull driver, that is for sure. This seat is already occupied by someone named Knight. And you will possibly be seeing him in some future videos. I'm 100% sure. But just to clarify everything, like I said, I want to work with Kev, and we just want to stay within this train of DRS. It's going to be a tight train, and we cannot make any mistakes, but we are known to making a lot of mistakes. But up and down the field, some guys are going hard tires, some guys are going mediums. Sam is going soft tires, so Sam looks like he's going to be going aggressive at the start of this race. He could be going for the 2-stop. We are going to be doing the 1-stop, and I think that honestly will be the best bet, is just to go for the 1-stop. We were debating on if we wanted to pit for the hard tire and then go to the mediums all the way to the end, but I'm 100% confident we will have about like 3-4 safety cars in this race. So there's always seems to be more safety cars in Tier 1 than Tier 2, so we got to kind of keep that in mind. But yeah, I think we're lining up pretty well for this Grand Prix. So for the 5 relays here, 31 laps around the Singapore Grand Prix, our second ever race in LDR, technically in Tier 1, and lights out and away we go. We actually get a okay start, not the best start, but Kev got off the line really well. We get off the line really well. Emerson comes down the inside. We light break a little bit through there. We actually push Kev off the track. That was a little bit dirty by me. We give Kev just enough space on the outside, but we didn't through the main part. We gave him the outside through turn 3, but that was a little bit dirty from me to Kev, so I apologize to Kev after that. Now the goal is just stay in the gear, and I believe Kev just hit the outside wall through there. And Kev might have some front wing damage, but King Pro and DTB in the kick Sauber, they're going side by side into this corner here. Who's going to be last? Looks like they lock up. No formation laps enabled because the game likes to crash a lot because, you know, it's EA and they always do dumb stuff. But cold tires on the start. Someone has an off. There are some yellow flags behind there. One of the Ferraris didn't get the best start as well. Someone's had some sort of an incident. I don't know where that was, but a little bit tricky heading down into these couple of corners here. And through here, and his safety car has now been deployed. Rex is out of the Grand Prix, so I don't know what happened to Rex. He might have had an issue, might have had a fault. I'm not 100% sure, but Rex has DNF from this race, and that opens up kind of the pit window for some drivers, but no one is stupid enough to fall in for the pit lane, so that is quite good. But not to break your time, safety cars in this lap. Nothing really happened too much on safety car laps. Nothing really does. But TTB kind of tries to troll everyone. Not really troll, but kind of gets off the line really well. And he caught us a little bit napping, just a little bit. And he's pulled out a good second, at least so far. But we will catch up to that time. He is on the hard tires, so you got to remember that as well. But King Pro, he's going to be all over the back of him as well. We're also pushing quite aggressive in the Red Bull. So it's very important that we kind of have to get these right and get these corners right as well, because these corners are a little bit tricky in some areas. But as we're heading down into lap 4 of this Grand Prix, King Pro kind of all over the back of, well, he's basically all over the back of he's all over the back of the kick Sauber. So here goes King Pro though. He's going to go down the inside on DTB, and he goes down the inside and he gets that move done. And that's our first warning of the Grand Prix, and that was a very aggressive corner cut. King Pro sets the fast lap now with a 131.183. So as we keep on continuing, the goal is just to stay within the DRS of these guys, because we can basically stay close with them. And like I said, I really want to work with Kev a little as well in this race. So if we can stay in the DRS, that's all that really matters at this point. But they swap places for the lead, and actually this is kind of helping us out a lot because we are kind of breaking a little bit of a train up here. The top 5 have basically pulled a gap because I'm staying in the DRS of these two. Kevin and Emerson are able to follow us through in the sister Red Bull cars as well. So kind of some teamwork for the Red Bulls, I guess you could say, but a little bit of a almost a bit of a warning, but not really. So we keep it clean. Lap 6 now, and absolutely pushing on the limit. They are not giving any room whatsoever. And another safety car has been deployed. Someone has had another accident. I think that is one of the Astons. I don't know what happened, but someone has had another off in this Grand Prix, so that's not going to help us out quite a lot. But we could see some aggressive guys go for the go for the pit stop. We could see some little bit of some dummying a little bit. I'm not going to go into the pits, so these softs, these mediums are still somewhat good. No one really comes in, so that's kind of a surprise. I thought maybe someone was going to come in, but no one does. So as we continue on at this point, we just got to pray for the best. Safety car back in this lap, so we'll get back to the racing action. Like I said, I mean, we don't got time to waste. I know you guys care more for the racing than watching safety car laps. But here we go. Lap 8 now, approaching lap 9 of this Grand Prix. Still a long way to go. It is very important to kind of make sure you stay within the DRS of these guys, and they get a good launch. We also get a good launch as well, and we follow them through at this point of this Grand Prix. And you can see that it looks like DTB is pushing a little too much because he's locking up quite a lot. Kev also right behind us as well. So as long as he can stay within the DRS of us, this will be crucial to kind of break a gap to the bottom of this pack. And like I said, Kev's got some front wing damage. He's able to stay with us, which is pretty good. I mean, at the same time, we're not pushing too much, but we're also just staying relatively close to these guys if they have an accident, if they maybe go off. Because like I said, Division 1 drivers, you know, sometimes they always play a little bit dirty, but it's important. Here comes DTB all over the back of King Pro in the Alpine. They go side by side. Who's going to be last on the brakes? King Pro locks up, and he gets quite a big lock up there. That could be a flat spot on that car. And DTB now leads this race. So that's a second warning. One more warning and we're out. And DRS has finally been enabled on lap 10 of this Grand Prix. So we have to keep on pushing here. And he almost lost the back end. Looks like he almost lost it again. So rear locking is causing his head to kind of go a little bit crazy, I guess you could say. As lap 10 of this Grand Prix locks up again. We actually could be on the attack now. We've been playing a lot more conservative, but we could be on the attack mode here. Here comes King Pro. We got to run. We're going to go possibly down the inside, but King Pro defends that really well, and there's no point of defending if we want to stay within the kick Sauber. So we let him go, and we sit back and watch. Someone has had another off. That is one of the Mercedes as well. So someone has had a little bit of an incident as we go into the brakes. So we lock up a little bit as we did a brake magic button. We did at Lewis Hamilton, and we go straight on, and now this is going to cause a call-to-teeter effect. I got to let Kevin Camelot go because I can't really hold him up too much, and I didn't want Kev to go around the outside and get caught up. Emerson's going to have a look down the inside as well, so Emerson's going to go last on the brakes. He gets ahead, and we've absolutely lost. We've gone from third place to 6th place. Here comes Z in the Williams. Z kind of looks like he was peeking his nose through there, but he didn't have enough speed, I guess you could say. Now Emerson is all over the back of Kev, but Camelot got through that very easily, and Camelot is someone to watch out for in these races because he is bloody quick in that Williams, so he is someone to watch out for in these Grand Prix. But yeah, it was quite we hit the brake magic button, I guess you could say, and we had an absolute horrendous start, and it was going good, and then that happened, so that's really unfortunate. And now we just kind of have to salvage what's left. And like I said, my pace is a lot quicker than Emerson's. Kev's pace is going to be slow at the moment because, again, he's got that front wing damage, so it's probably not helping him following in the dirty air, but he was able to follow us through pretty well. And now Kev's pace is not really that strong at this point of this Grand Prix. Like I said, front wing damage, you have to keep in mind of that, and we don't know how worn out are his tires. We kind of played our tires a little bit conservative, but we got to follow both these RBs through, and I'm just kind of protecting them at this point to just kind of hold off from Hemi Kid in the Haas. And also, Hemi Kid did get around Z in the Williams, but Emerson, he defends this weirdly, which we're not really trying to attack him. We're just kind of trying to stay close with him. Emerson defends, which really there was no point needed, but if he keeps on defending, we'll probably have to overtake Emerson here. But lap 13 now of this Grand Prix. Emerson's got the DRS, and he defends once again, and I guess at this point we turn on to attack, but I'm not really trying to race him. I kind of just want him to go through. I mean, if we get some sort of penalty, then I'm going to have to try to get by, but he's able to stay in the DRS, and like I said, Kev is going to back us up too because he's going to want him to get Emerson. He's going to want Emerson to get the DRS as well, and Emerson has another lockup. He maybe hit the outside wall there, and we burn just a little bit to kind of protect from Hemi Kid. I don't know if Hemi's burning, but Emerson's able to stay close now, and he's able to follow him through. So very long race, and it's only lap 14. We actually get a time penalty, and that is a third warning in this Grand Prix for an absolute horrendous lockup. That was really bad, and our teammate, Chunk, I don't know, I think his name is Chuck, he gets around us. He gets around, I think that was the Haas driver, so he got around him. CMS now has enters P8. Z as well, all over the back of us as well. CMS has kind of got a 4-second gap, so I wonder if he was the driver that had an off. Emerson, he goes out wide once again, so that's possibly going to be another penalty coming maybe his way if he gets another track limits and validation. But pit window has opened. We did pit a lap earlier in the tier 1 race, but we decided to basically pit on this time, and we come into the pits now. Emerson does a late one there as we come into the pits. Almost just hit the back of Emerson. That was a little bit sketchy. He probably crapped his pants after nearly speeding in the pit lane. Our teammate comes in as well, so they're double stacking at Red Bull. He's going to get held up just a little bit, but Emerson, he should get us on this pit exit. I don't see us why. And in the pre-race mandatory drivers meeting, they told us to not cross the white line or else that will be a penalty, so we cannot cross the white line in the pit entry. And like I said, Singapore is one of the toughest to cross the pit entry in the white line. Emerson locks up, and he's actually crossed the white line, so that will be a 5-second penalty coming his way at the end of this Grand Prix. But it kind of will be a little bit crucial as well to see if we could possibly get the undercut on Kev. But like I said, I don't know if Kev's going to change that front wing. I don't know how bad the front wing damage is. I think he's going to pit for the front wing. He should, in my opinion. But lap 16, unless the damage is not that bad. But lap 17, these 3 seconds are not helping us whatsoever. But Kev comes out the pit edge now, and we get a little bit close to Emerson. But Kev actually stays in his place, so he was pretty good in the clean air. So maybe if I was ahead, maybe I could have got Kev, but I'm not 100% sure, honestly. Like I said, us three are basically matched in pace, so it does help quite a lot. But Emerson with he is flashing quite a bit, so he's been probably using a lot of DRS. He's staying all over the back of Kev. They basically just want to work together, which I totally respect that because, well, they are leading, well, they're second in the Constructors' Championship, so it's actually quite big that they are second, and that is quite good. So if we could just stay with them, that's all that really matters on lap 17 now. And like I said, some guys have not yet to pit. E. Ferzi, I believe, in the McLaren, he's yet to pit. And Emerson goes out very wide. He has a massive lockup, and he actually maybe damaged front wing quite a little bit. I think this is simulation damage or reduced damage. I'm not 100% sure, honestly. I don't know who was hosting the lobby if there is simulation damage, but there are some drivers that have yet to pit, so it'll be very crucial. But if we just keep this pace going, we could possibly get a lot of these guys as well. So Emerson defends again, which there's no point in really defending because I'm not really trying to attack him. I'm just kind of trying to manage the race. And yeah, at this point, if it's around the last 10 laps, I'm going to have to get something on the move on because I don't want to sit behind Emerson all this race. If I got these 3 seconds I need to keep an eye on, I really want to get some points. But if we just keep on going, we don't really have to move anything. And like I said, if I can't get around Emerson, then that's fine. I mean, he's going to easily stay with us as well in this race, so it makes it tough. CMS comes in, Z comes in, so a couple guys are coming in this time. We should get a decently sized gap. Hemi Kid also came in as well on the hard tires, so Zizu is going to have a pace advantage over all of us. He is on the medium tires, something quite a lot. Someone has had that is Carlos May in the Alpine. He has had a little bit of an accident somewhere. He's broken the front wing end plate on that Alpine, so we follow him through. We follow Emerson through as well. We kind of sneak our nose a little bit. He didn't really get the best exit, but we just let him go. We weren't really going to overtake him there anyways, but you never know, if you possibly peek your nose in there, you could get something. And at this point, I'm going to just try to sit back and be patient. Kev all over the back of him, and we maybe touched a little bit of Emerson's rear, maybe at the diffuser, so a little bit caught up in that. But Kev around the inside of Carlos May. Emerson also with a lockup, but he's going to get a better exit because he really didn't compromise. We touched a little bit of the inside curb there, and Emerson defends this very well, but possibly I'm on attack mode, I guess you could say, but Emerson defends that really well. And at this point, well, now we just have to work together again, and I try to seek my nose in there, but if something possibly goes in our way, then we might have to overtake in this Grand Prix. But Emerson still keeps a good gap, and the gap that created from this battle, and Carlos, he's getting the DRS from Kev, which is able to stick with Kev, or is Kev out? Yeah, Kev's in that distance. Kev defends from Carlos because obviously he wants his teammate to go through Emerson, which I'm cool with that. If Emerson can get through and then I can get through, that'd be awesome because Carlos's race is basically going to be compromised with that damage. Emerson possibly looking down the inside. Carlos defends that, and we kind of hit the outside wall there, but this is going to bring in Z and the Williams possibly come through, also bringing in Hemi Kids. So this is not really helping us too much. Carlos is holding us up quite a lot. Camelot says fast lap of the Grand Prix. Carlos defends really well, and Emerson gets a little bit of an accident. We're going to go around the outside of Emerson here, and someone's going to have to back out. Maybe I back out. We go around the outside. We touch the outside curb. We're actually going to lose it here, and we pull a Carlos Sainz, and we actually slap the outside wall, and we break the front wing, and we damage the rear wing in this Grand Prix, and that is basically race over because the car is fucked. Bleep a censor word. I don't have that editing software. I apologize, but that has absolutely ruined our race, and that has completely ruined it at this point, to the point where we now have to retire in this Grand Prix. So that really sucks. We had a good race going. We had a really good race going, and I basically ruined it because I was just being way too aggressive. So no safety car. But that did not help us whatsoever, and Emerson's race also has just been shafted, and yeah, just too aggressive, and I should have really got on the brakes here. I don't know what I was doing. I got my clutch paddle on my steering wheel. Maybe I should have used that as my brakes. But that ultimately just ended our race, and that did not help us whatsoever. Thankfully, this is just a trial run. It doesn't really mean anything. I mean, the championship is kind of already over. This is a long season, but that really sucks. So we'll just have to see what happens in the next race. And like I said, this was a first test. I plan on doing more of these league racing content. If you guys want to see more of this, please let me know. I'm willing to do as much as I can with this because this has been absolutely fun. I would like to kind of do some other things on this channel instead of career mode. So if you guys like that, I like that as well. So I won't keep you too busy. And have a good rest of your day. Have a good rest of your weekend. If you're not checking the last video, please go check that out below. I love you all for all the support you guys give me. And I will possibly see y'all in the next one.